Oh man, I wonder if the trolley hit a car. Day 3, and I'm managing to get out a couple of minutes before 7. My best time yet as far as avoiding traffic. And it's a Friday. A lot of people doing hybrid work or working from home. Friday is a typical day they won't go into the office, so I'm expecting a very nice traffic situation this morning. This is the first bit where I typically merge onto this busier residential street, and there was definitely less traffic, less cars coming, but I still neglected to bring my clear safety glasses. Got my sunglasses on, and the sun is definitely not out yet. There are some clouds today, hopefully not rain clouds. Weather's cooler. Oddly, there's a very long line that built up at this traffic light here, so the challenge is going to be keeping up with these cars as they take off. Yeah, it's not a problem for the XP 3.0. As I get onto my sidewalk, because there's no alternate route, and have fun playing with curbs and cracks, construction barrels and bumps. It's actually quite windy today. I wasn't expecting that. Why wasn't I expecting it? Because I didn't check the weather. If you're going to commute on an e-bike, that's another important tip. Check the weather every day before you head out.
Wait.
What's that?
Wait.
What'd you say?
Wait.
How about now?
Walk sign is on.
All right. I still have the standard controller on this bike. I'm looking to get the PWR reprogramming so I can report out on it. One thing that happens with the standard controller that I'm thinking the PWR will improve upon is when you're at a stop, or even rolling a little bit, and you pedal and the pedal assist kicks in, it's a pretty strong surge that you feel. Most of the time it feels like it's a little bit more than what you'd want. And if that initial kick is turned down a little bit, especially on some of the lower pedal assist modes, I think efficiency will improve quite a bit, because a lot of power goes into that sudden surge and quick acceleration off the bottom that I don't think is necessary and would make for a smoother riding experience for most riders. I'm really curious to see if that's one of the elements that I'll notice a significant difference, and even standard commuting duties should see an improved efficiency. This morning I decided to ride the last bit into downtown on the separated bike lane. You can see it's separated, but it's separated by these soft plastic pylons that are not really going to stop a vehicle. The other thing I don't like is that there isn't a separated lane on both sides of the street, just on this side. It's like a two-way for the bicycles. But when you're riding on the left side here, what happens is that all the cars coming out of these driveways and side streets, they're looking for traffic coming down in this direction, and they're not going to be turning to look at the bike lane and confirming there's nobody there. So I got to be extra careful, assume that all these cars coming in from the left are not going to see me, and it's got to be completely clear before I proceed. Perfect example of bad bike lane design. Just a couple of blocks from downtown, my destination, and the bike lane just ends. And you see that kind of thing all over the city. Bike lanes that are so short of being useful and safe and good, and they just fall short. So this route took me just under 36 minutes, 7.1 miles, one of the shortest routes, and I'm at 51.7 volts, about the same as where I was yesterday, I believe. That was a decent route, different, switched things up a bit. So on my third day of my 5-day commute challenge, I'm actually going to lunch with a friend here who also has an e-bike. Our lunch spot is about 0.6 miles away, so I'm going to add 1.2 miles to my commute, and I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to not charge up my battery in the office, even though I could, just to show that you could do some other random errands even on a long commute and have enough battery juice, or at least attempt to show that that's the case. Hello. You don't have an e-bike yet? Let me get out of the way. Good. So,
Which place should we do?
We can do Salt and Honey, or yeah, it's close by. You got a lock for it now, huh?
Yeah, I just put in the last time.
Oh, that's good. Should we do sidewalks or street? Yeah, when it's down to one lane and there's like vehicles parked and construction or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I stick to sidewalks for a good part of the like three or 4 miles of my trip. I'm on sidewalks. Go ahead if you want. It's easy to get lazy and not pedal, huh? Are you finding that your feet hit the front tire when you're When you're pedaling?
The turn?
When you're turning? Yeah.
You pack lunch for the most part, right?
Yeah, for the most part. It gets expensive otherwise. You'll end up spending a few $100s a month just on lunches. Everything's gone up so much. I've been going to Albertsons and just picking up like a salad or a sandwich from there. That's cheaper. Is it here? We could even tie them on these trees.
Right.
They're gonna need a saw to get through the tree. What was the brand and model of your bike again? You said you ordered it on Amazon? Or?
Yeah, on Amazon.
I need to have the name on it so they can advertise.
Right? Yeah, I'm one of those that just like skipping it.
It looks really cool.
Riding times.
Riding times? Mm. We'll have to do a drag race on the street on the way back. Had you seen one in person? Downtown, right? I've seen several now. They're gonna be like Ford F-150s at some point, just everywhere. Did somebody knock it over or did it fall over? I shouldn't have put my glove on if I'm dealing with the keys. Kickstand dug in.
It's not solid.
Yeah. I gotta lubricate this lock or something because the key is a little bit doesn't like to
It's a pretty cool lock.
yeah, I like how it folds into this little handy carrier here. One thing I don't like about this bike is you gotta put the key underneath. Yours has it on the side or?
Yes. It's it's on the side.
Like where the battery is?
Like right here.
Yeah, a lot of them have it there. This one, I guess, I don't know, because it's folding or...
I remember I had it unlocked and I went like to a big bump and see the battery like...
Oh, shit. You caught it in midair, put it back in. Where do you want it?
It doesn't matter.
They got rid of all the scooters downtown, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they had complaints. I mean, in other cities where it's happened, there's businesses complaining about all those scooters being on the sidewalk, or I don't know, there was injuries or...
Like
I did see people using them. Put it in your highest power mode, throttle only, no pedaling. Ready, set, go. They're like the same. They're identical. Well, there you go. They're limited to like 20 miles an hour on throttle only. This one will hit 28 if I pedal it, but yours is probably the same thing, right?
Oh man, I was hitting the other day. I hit 37.
Oh wow. Yeah, so some can go higher. You need to start wearing a helmet then. I wear my full gear because I'm battling traffic.
Fight! Let me. You're awesome fight. You're awesome down fight.
On the streets.
Anywhere. You're awesome.
Do you recommend I get like a bike helmet? Or?
This is a bike helmet for enduro bikes. I like something that protects the chin. He thinks he knows the law, but he's wrong. In some cities, it is against the law. I asked him if it was okay in the street, and he said anywhere. Get off the bikes. No bike. So no bikes on the street either? Where are we gonna ride them then? We do need more bike lanes as the summer kicks in and things get hotter. Another good reason to take this battery inside, even if I'm not gonna charge it, is that I don't want it to be sitting here in the hot sun all day long. That was an interesting third day of commuting. I guess I'm gonna try to get on the sidewalk here to get across here. It seems like that trolley's having some issues. Huh, what's going on with the trolley? And won't they let me cross the sidewalk? Oh, man. I wonder if the trolley hit a car. It's kind of what it seems like. See, this is a kind of situation where an e-bike is great because cops don't even look at you. They don't care if you squeeze by on the sidewalk. If I was in a car, I'd have to find an alternative route. If I was on a motorcycle, I'd have to find an alternative route. So more adventures today. Looks like a trolley car accident. And I'm gonna hit the same bike lane that I used in the morning. This hill is quite steep. A significant amount of voltage sag that occurs after finishing this hill. Then the battery does recover once you get to the top. Third commuting day done. Pretty exciting day. Good lunch, belligerent pedestrians, trolley taking out a car. Another one in the books. Just under 37 minutes when I arrived. 7.1 mile distance according to the bike, which we know reads short compared to Strava. 47.9 volts at the end of the day. If you find this type of content useful, please consider subscribing and hit that like button to be notified of future content.